to be different, called to be changed. So God, make us different, make us change so we can shine in the darkest places. Shine so they can see your face. Shine and experience your amazing grace. So let us shine.
Hey, is this the food for the hungry shelter?
It is, as a matter of fact. Today is Thursday, so it's soup for slackers. Tomorrow's lasagna for losers, Saturday is burgers for beggars, and Sunday is hot dish for hobos. You know, this may surprise you, but you actually look better than most of the vagrants that stumble in here. I can't even smell you from here. That's a good thing. Now stand back so I can offer you some help for the hopeless, or hope for the helpless, or whatever it is we do here. Now, these spoons aren't silver, so I'd like them back.
Well, thanks, but I'm actually not here to eat. I was sent here to serve.
Oh, why didn't you tell me? Just about threw my back out.
Well, I didn't want to interrupt your performance.
Oh, so you've got community service too?
Yeah, I guess you could call it that.
Well, you better take some notes, because this is my last day. I'm finally completing my sentencing.
Sentencing?
Yeah, you know, community service hours. I've been here for nearly 12 years.
12 years?
Yeah, those judges can't stand how they arbitrarily just hand out sentences for things they consider crimes against humanity. So what if I had a few too many one night and thought the officer who opened the back door of his squad car was the bathroom attendant? I mean, sure, the stall seemed pretty small and I couldn't find any paper or a sink after I was done, but I did try to tip him. I mean, who hasn't had something like that happen to him?
I don't think anyone has had something like that happen to them.
Well, this guy did.
But still, 12 years seems like a long time.
Oh, it has been. 200 painful, boring, life-sucking hours surrounded by the dregs of humanity.
Well, wait a second. It took you 12 years to complete 200 hours of community service?
Yeah. I've been here faithfully every Thursday from 12:35 to 12:57. That's the key, finding the right times. Because most of the scum are here early, and so it's usually done by about 12:30. But at 1 o'clock, they close up shop, and then you have to clean up. So you want to make sure you're out of here before then.
Wow, what a dedicated servant.
Yeah, I'm a giver. Okay, but now don't tell me, let me guess. Shoplifting. No, wait. Vandalism? No. Petty theft? You know, actually, you look more like an accountant. Was it tax fraud?
No, none of those.
All right, don't tell me. You're not the kissing bandit. I mean, that would make sense. No one would want to mess with that ugly mug of yours.
No, listen, I just volunteered to help the people in this community.
Hey, look, don't get defensive. I mean, we've all got a closet full of skeletons. If you don't want to tell me, you don't have to.
There's nothing like that. I'm just here to make a difference.
Seriously?
Yes.
What a sucker.
What?
I said, what a sweet gesture.
Sure. So, tell me, what's with all the line dancing? I thought you were having a seizure when I walked in.
No, that's how we serve soup around here.
No way.
Yeah, it's all in the manual.
Are you kidding? You just need to put the soup in the bowl, right?
If only it were that easy. Let me show you how it's done.
Be my guest.
There, you think you can do that?
There seems to be a lot of unnecessary steps involved. Can I just ask what the point is?
It's really not your job to think about such things. That's the way things have always worked around here, and that's the way they always will.
Well, I have to warn you. I'm a bit of a sweater, and if I have to perform the nutcracker every time I dish out a bowl of soup, I can guarantee some accidental drippage.
Well, whatever. I mean, this stuff could probably use a little extra zing. Besides, if they wanted good food, they'd go out and get a job instead of hanging around relying on handouts. You know, the complaint desk is straight that way. It's not even close. What is wrong with you? Can't you follow simple instructions? Have you no respect for the tradition of this place?
I thought the tradition of this place was to feed hungry people.
It's not just enough to feed them. You must inspire them to greatness so they can make something of their miserable lives.
I'm not miserable, just hungry.
Really? How long has it been since you've eaten?
2 days?
Yeah, well, Gandhi went 40. A couple more minutes won't kill you. Here, try it again. Refer to the manual if you have to.
Okay.
Start with the lid. You're getting better.
I'm feeling kind of faint.
Yeah, just go sit down. It's not quite there yet.
I'll bring you some as soon as I can. Just have a seat here.
Now, don't coddle them. You're only going to make them more dependent.
It's not coddling, it's compassion, you soup Nazi.
What?
I said I'm just super antsy, you know, to help.
Oh, well, you'll get over that soon enough.
Great. So, why do we have to do this big production?
Everything for a reason.
Do tell. So why do you have to flip the bowl and whack it on the bottom?
Well, when this shelter first started, it was actually in the old church, and that place was overrun with mice. They were everywhere. So the flip, whack, and scoop, that was to kind of make sure that there wasn't any extra special seasoning droppings.
So this place has mice too, I take it?
I haven't seen any, but why take a chance?
Soup, please.
Zip it, Slappy.
So what's with the knocking the lid on the pot?
Oh, yeah. So back in the Depression, they sold the dinner bell and, to just raise funds for the food. So this was the way we announced to people that the food was ready, soup was ready.
Well, that was like 90 years ago. Why are we still doing it?
Well, let's just call it tradition.
What about the holding the bowl over your head and doing the backward stretches?
Oh, well, yeah, that was from the 50s. There was one of their servers that he hadn't made it to Broadway yet, but he was convinced that he was going to get a call back at any moment. So he did that to stay limber.
So are you expecting a call?
No, it's just that it became a habit or something.
Maybe another tradition.
I guess.
How about the pirouette? Did that come from Mr. Broadway too?
No, that was actually a psychology student in the 70s that he thought that we could encourage the downtrodden by turning around, giving them a visual reminder that they could turn their life around.
Did it work? Is he a great counselor somewhere?
Well, kind of. I mean, he answers the psychic hotline.
But you kept doing it because of tradition?
I suppose so.
I'm feeling lightheaded.
You'll be fine. Just save your energy and calm down.
What about the bunny ears with the ladles?
Oh, that. Yeah, that was to honor one of our servers who was abducted by aliens.
One of your servers was abducted by aliens?
Well, I mean, that's what we thought. It turns out he just got bored and left. But by the time we found out, it had already become kind of a, sort of a...
Tradition.
Yeah.
And what about that hug you give yourself?
Oh, well, during the caring, sensitive time, we decided that it was nice to give everybody a hug that came through.
Well, that's not a bad idea. I think people could benefit from that. So why don't you just hug them?
Oh, well, nowadays, you don't want to get sued or anything. Plus, a lot of these people stink. But we still think it's a nice gesture.
So the only possibly beneficial tradition has been canceled in action, but not in spirit?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Huh.
If you want to be Mr. Negative.
Well, I think I'm going to start a new tradition.
What, do you think there's room in the manual for it?
Come on, friend. Let's go get something to eat.
That will never last.
So let us shine in a world that needs your light, in a world